Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. That is because we are out at the range today with this brand new Seneca Dragon Claw 2. If you're familiar with the original Dragon Claw, well, this is similar, but with more power, more speed. If you're not familiar with the Dragon Claw, well, this is a 50 caliber pre-charged pneumatic, or PCP, air-powered bullet slinger. This thing also slings arrows. Let me dive in and give you the quick rundown on the specs real quick. No way I could remember this whole list, so I just pulled it up off of Pyramid's page. Like I said, Seneca Dragon Claw 2 air rifle, pre-charged pneumatic, single shot, and I'll show you all this up close here in a second. Rifled barrel, bolt action with a longer cocking handle than the original one. The original one was just a little hook. Fixed front sight, fully adjustable and removable rear sight, dual air chambers. You can see the two tanks. It essentially looks like three barrels. The top is the barrel, the bottom two are air tanks. 3,000 psi max field pressure, built-in pressure gauge, 11 millimeter scope rail. So a lot of your CZ or rimfire scope rings are 11 millimeter scope rings. Two power levels. The first pull stop is low power. Pull the cocking hammer or handle all the way back and on full power. Up to 860 feet per second with the 177 grain round balls. We're going to test that out in another video. Up to 600 feet per second with the air bolts. That's ridiculous, but let's get a little bit closer look at this thing. I'll show you on the bench everything we're going to be using. First trip to the range with the Dragon Claw 2. Pretty sweet. All right, so just to give you an up-close look of everything we're using for this video, has that hardwood Monte Carlo stock here. It says Dragon Claw on the side, 50 caliber. There's that 11 millimeter rail I was talking about. Adjustable rear sight. This is how you load it right there. It is a single shot with a rifle barrel. Two tanks, barrel on top. There's that fixed front sight right there. Flip it over. You can see the new, longer cocking handle on this thing. Pull it about to right there. You're at low power. Pull it all the way back. You're at full power. Has a safety switch right there. Here I've brought out a bunch of stuff that we can send through it. I'm actually going to chronograph all of this in another video, so make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned for that. But I can send all of this out of this Dragon Claw. A 50 cal 177 grain round ball, a 185 grain PHP. These are hollow points. Then 235 grain slugs in both of these varieties. But what's also cool is, for the purposes of hunting, we use these air bolts out of it. We've actually taken several turkeys. Check those videos out if you want to see some hunting with it, but gonna be after some whitetails with this thing here this year. Just to give you a look quick at the air bolts, I'll show you this one I've already got out of the box. You can see has that little O-ring on the back that essentially seals the airs in, and then you can put your field tips or broad heads in here. We use the broad heads for hunting. This sends arrows faster than anything else out there, faster than compound bows, faster than crossbows. This is, all jokes aside, a serious machine and can take down big game. But all that being said, first we got to charge it up. I didn't show you the gauge there. I'm going to charge it all the way up to the max of the 200 bar or 3,000 psi, and then this is going to be our first trip to the range with it. I'm excited. Let me get this thing aired up here. Hey guys, if you have not checked out Pyramid, definitely go check them out. That is our one-stop shop for everything air-powered related. All of our air-powered bullet slingers we get from Pyramid. They got stuff like this Dragon Claw 2. They've got 177s. They got revolvers. They've got tons of stuff on Pyramid. Definitely go check out their site. They are the biggest and the oldest online retailer for everything like this That's where we get all of our PCPs, all of our air rifles is from Pyramyd. Definitely go check them out. Let's get this thing aired up and see what we can do with it. I'm excited. All right, if you've never had one of these, I'm gonna show you real quick how you air these up. This is my Nomad. I've got it plugged into our power source out here. And then I've got the compressor plugged up here to the front of the Dragon Claw 2. I'm gonna cut on my power. I'm gonna set this to 3000 PSI right here. And that way the compressor is gonna know when to shut off. And then I'm gonna turn it on. It's gonna take it a minute or two to get us up to the top of the green there on the Dragon Claw. I'll be right back once it's filled up. These are not too terribly loud, but with all the hearing that I've lost over the years, I don't take a chance on anything. I pretty much wear ears all the time now. But let me show you what I'm doing. For this video, I'm going to be slinging these 177 grain round balls out of it. I'll just show you real quick how we're going to load it. One in there. And then I'm going to pull this back. Let's just go ahead and go full power. 1, 2, and then cock it all the way back. I'm gonna put my eyes on. And then up there at the top of this range, there is an orange silhouette that's 50 yards away, guys. Listen to the sound and how fast that round ball gets there. Full power, safety off. We're also gonna see how on the iron sights are here out of the box. Ooh, so with my ears on, that was not loud at all whatsoever. Let's send another one. We are hit the target there at 50 yards. Let's go another one full power here. Man, that sends them. So out of the box, this thing's dead on enough to hit that silhouette at 50 yards. So let me try for the one that's a little bit more right, that's about half the size. That's at 55 yards and it's smaller. Let's see if we can hit that guy. Got him! I know you guys can hear that. That thing, that's impressive. Out of the box iron sights. I'm definitely going to be putting a scope on this thing for when we take it hunting and chasing some whitetail. I just like to have a scope on everything when I'm hunting. Make sure that I'm as precise as I can be. Let me try to hit that smaller one at 55 yards up there again. Woo! Hey, that has got some sauce on it. I tell you what, I'm gonna set up my deer target and I'm gonna sling some of those air bolts out of this thing, see how it does. Let me check in on my air gauge. So show you guys my air gauge. After all those shots, make sure you guys are in the camera here. After all those shots, I'm still pretty near up at the top of the green there. So just to kind of give you a reference of how much you can get out of this thing. And that was sending them all on full power too. But let me get my deer target set up here. All right, guys, I changed my mind. Before I go to slinging those air bolts, at 20 yards, we have the Dueling tree there. Let's just have a little bit of fun. And this is really going to tell us how on these irons are. 20 yards, a lot smaller plate there. See if I can hit that plate on the left that's just kind of all by himself. Oh, man! So that just goes to show you guys, these irons are on right out of the box. Let me see if I can get another one. That is just cool. I'm gonna have to get Paul out here and we might have to have a dueling tree battle of the Dragon Claws. That's actually a fantastic idea. Stay tuned for that video. Here we go now. Just go for the top one. Oh man, this thing is on. This is too much fun. And these are round balls too. It's pretty awesome how accurate we can be with round balls. I probably should be doing low power on this Dueling tree, but we're on full power. Let's get the second one. Woo! Didn't knock it back. I hit it too close to the inside. Let me try to hit that one again. Aim for the outside of it. There, we swung it around. Man. All right, one more. And then we're gonna get to slinging an arrow. I'm gonna top off the gas before we pull the arrow out too. Man, that's cool. That's just a whole lot of fun. I'm gonna fill this back up. See, after all that now, might as well show you. I didn't do the round count there, but you guys could go back. That's probably 10, 12 maybe, I don't know. And now we're getting close to touching the bottom of the green zone after all those under full power. But let me gas it up and we'll grab those air bolts. All right, so I got it gassed back up all the way to the tip top of the green. And safety on, not cocked. I'm going to load this air bolt with the field tip down this dragon claw, and then you can see I've got my deer target right out there, 10, 12 yards. Not too crazy far for this first one. Got some kind of dead dragonfly on my field tip there somehow. Get that off. And get this air bolt all the way down, seated in the bottom. Where's my eyes? Glasses on. And this is only 10, 12 yards. I've taken deer at 5 yards. So this isn't out of the question whitetail range, but a little bit closer than we'll probably be hunting them here this fall with the dragon claw. But iron sights, whitetail target, 12, 13 yards-ish. I'm gonna go ahead and go full power. Safety off. And I'm gonna aim right for the middle of that lung there on that deer target. All right. Oh my. Wow. So I'm gonna take you guys up to look at this here in a second. Sound like I was yelling at you guys. So the original dragon claw, when I hit this target, that lung area is very tough. It's for crossbows. It immediately stops crossbows so you can pull them out. My original dragon claw with the very same air bolts would stop them at least halfway sticking out. I'm going to show you here. That drove almost that entire air bolt all the way through. I have never had anything be that fast and that powerful. My goodness. I got my chronograph out here today at the range. Make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned for the chronograph video. I'm going to chronograph everything out here in another video, including those air bolts, but I'm here to tell you, I've messed with a lot of crossbows. Nothing has ever gone through that target like that did just there. Let's go look at it real close. That's going to be hard to get out probably. So, anytime you're messing with carbon arrows, you want to be very careful with them. If you see any cracking or splintering whatsoever, throw that thing in the garbage. Carbon arrows are light and fast and awesome at taking deers and everything, but you don't want to fling them out of anything. Bow, dragon claw, crossbow, if they have splinters or cracks. This does not. I've actually used this arrow quite a bit, probably 20, 30, 40 flings out of this one. Taking good care of it, but I think the easiest way to get this out, I've got the tip out, is just going to be to give it some pressure here on this flat table and be real careful. My dilemma is try to pull that fat plug and the feathers all the way through there, or just push it back up. I got some headway there. There we go. But like I said, I have never, this thing is super tough material. If you've ever had one of these crossbow targets, you know what I'm talking about, but I've never in my life. See, I can't even pull this out with my hands now, guys. Yeah, I've already pushed that as far as it'll go there, and I can't even pull this with my hands. That's how tough these targets are. I'm gonna have to figure out another way here. Put it in between two boards and pull it or something. Be right back. All right, so I got it out, but I did just like I said. I put it in between two boards, got two hands on it, and got that thing out of there. But man, that just goes to show you how much power is in that Dragon Claw. I have never had any sort of arrows go that deep into that crossbow target. That thing has some mega power. That is sweet. All right, guys, so first impressions, first trip to the range video with the new Dragon Claw 2. So the power is there. I told you this is similar to the original Dragon Claw, but with more power and more speed. Let me tell you, I've got a lot of experience with the original Dragon Claw. It is real easy to tell the power, especially slinging those air bolts almost all the way through my crossbow rated deer target over there. So the power is definitely there here in the Dragon Claw 2. It does have that bigger, larger, longer charging handle. That's nice, makes it easier to grab, where the old one was a little bit smaller. But hey, stay tuned for a lot more on the Dragon Claw 2. We're going to be doing some chronograph stuff. We're going to be doing some big game hunting with this thing, more out at the range. Appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you're subscribed, and definitely go check out our friends over there at Pyramid. Like I said, they've got these Dragon Claws and a whole lot more over there at Pyramid. Definitely go check them out. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next one. Hooty hoo.